Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Friendly Fire with the Mutants. Here are your hosts, Guru and Grizz. Welcome to the cult.
The target when I shoot, my whole team flawless. Think twice when you testing me, screaming fuck you respectfully. My whole team flawless. Think twice when you testing me, screaming fuck you respectfully. You can run, but we shoot faster.
Disaster, like a loader when I move. I hit the target when I shoot. My whole team flawless.
So
That
mad
shit fire.
about this fucking StreamYard.
We gonna fix that shit, man. Don't worry about it, man. But welcome back to
The moon.
From the Moon. Welcome back from the moon.
From the moon.
What
I
up,
think we still
Lydell? I
on it.
appreciate you. Hey, I might still be on the moon, but it's gonna be a good ride. Then this is gonna be a good ride. Archie with the first comment at 7:23 p.m. Thank you for that. Hey, Archie, guess what? You know what you just gave me an idea of? We're gonna jump right into it. You ready to do that, Mike? I don't care who here, who ain't here. We're gonna jump right into it.
What? How the game went, or you talking about
Like all of it, the overall experience, because I left the event feeling one way, but I want to hear it from your standpoint because you were on the field watching things go.
And I tried to be everywhere on the field for everybody, but hopefully where I was at and where I stayed, I was an okay ref. That's all I can hope for. But from my perspective of the game, it's always like this. I say always like this. Like we did this like 15 times. It's only the second time, but like the first time, watching people enjoy the game made me want to play the game. Same with this game. I'm like, yeah, I would have did that. I would have did that too. But yeah, it was a good weekend. Everybody seemed like they were having fun. Nobody complained. Everybody was being honest when we couldn't get to an area, calling themselves out. I didn't see that whole weekend. I didn't see any fucking wiping. Now, it may have been deep in the back where we couldn't go, but from where I was at, nobody was, wiping off. So it was a good weekend. It was fun to ref those people. Well, family. So yeah, that's my perspective.
That's what's up. And I would really like, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because for me, all right, let me see who we got up. There we go.
Dewan, I need them glasses, bro. I need them glasses. I need them
There we go.
glasses. Wait, you can change the. Was them the same ones you was wearing this past weekend?
Yeah.
I need them. Where you get them from?
I think I know who that is over there on Twitch. I think
Where you get them from? The glasses.
China.
Why you do that?
Oh no. Lydell, the next game it's gonna be next year. It's being written right now. It's being fine. Let me say this: it's being fine-tuned right now.
Yes.
TB, what up? Thank you very much. I'm pretty sure that's Lawrence, but thank you for that. Go ahead,
Mind you,
it was not lopsided, Lydell.
He is doing all these great games, but he is also forgetting the 2 games he said he was gonna do. But to be fair, he said he's having fun with these games. He can have that, but he also has to make Tarantino games at some point in time.
I'm almost there, Mike. There's some shit that's going on right now that I'm working on. I'm working too. That's going to allow it to be a lot easier to do that.
Oh, and then after that, Fifth Element.
I can't wait to do Fifth Element. Somebody, listen, I've been talking about it for too long. Somebody
Honestly,
definitely going to do it.
Fifth Element before Tarantino, even though I want to do Tarantino.
I do too.
But Fifth Element should be next.
Hey, listen, let me tell you what's crazy about that though, Mike. Somebody going to do it before I do it because I've been talking about it. It's been teased a couple times now.
But they're not going to do it like you do it. So
and I'm gonna feel bad for them. I'm gonna feel bad for them because you're gonna go to that other one and it's gonna be cool.
Chunk,
it's
what
gonna
up?
Be cool. It's gonna be great.
Frank, what
but
up?
Then you're gonna see what the fuck I doing and gonna be like, shit. Damn. That was cool as fuck, dog.
Yeah.
Fucking laptop.
The one other player. Mike gave us a rest perspective. As a player, recap your experience.
I had fun.
Why? What?
Saturday, it was rough for us as third fraction. We we took a beating. We definitely took a beating on that. But I think the game played fairly well. Both sides were playing hard. They both fought hard. And as the glimpse of catching the scoreboard, it was a tight game, especially at the end of Saturday. It definitely was a tight game all the way into the end of Sunday. Um, it was fun. Like I said, it it was fun. It was some good firefights. You had some guys doing the work as far as the slapsticks
You're
and the
right.
props
You're
and
right,
shit.
Alan.
But it was like on Saturday, it was real funny because it seemed like the middle of the field was we couldn't get past the middle of the field. The fight stayed in the front of the castle for us. But then when the spawns moved, if we opened up the field, it was fun. You know what I mean? It was fun. They definitely weren't letting up either side. I just wish that they would have just when we took the 45-minute break and came back out. I thought they was gonna grasp how both of them attacked the third faction, and it kind of worked for a minute, but then they just let up. You know what I mean? One side used it to their advantage to the point to where as though they let one side fight, and then that's when we just went back and forth. When we fought one side, then we turned around and fought the other side. So it basically kept an even flow of the game going. Our
T-
purpose was to try to keep it low scoring, but
Once y'all
somehow
figured it out, yeah. Because y'all started off
I was
and
about to
y'all was
say
a
true
fucking
story because I
buzz
watched the
saw.
whole thing.
I'm
True
about to
story.
say y'all started off and it was a fucking buzz saw, and it was like, what the fuck is this?
yeah, yeah, they kind of figured it out. You know what I mean? And then Sunday when we got on the blue side, you know what I mean? It was a fight. It still was a fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Neither
that
commander had a
goddamn shack. Oh my god,
Right.
bro.
That
That
Shaq,
goddamn
man.
shack was a fucking problem for us. 'Cause people were
yo,
confused, man. People were like,
but
what is that? I'm like, it's a hot
no,
insert.
Maddie. But all right, hold on for a minute, Maddie. Come here.
I mean, yeah, Kara, it was amazing for y'all, but for the player that didn't know what the fuck it was, they like,
No, but when I say it, it didn't become a problem until we took the 45-minute break. Getting back into the field was the problem. You know what I mean? Like if we would have stayed consistent there and just, you know what I mean, didn't take that break, I think it would have flowed a lot better. But being that we took the break and had to come back in, that's when the confusion came. But for the first 2 hours of the game, we were there.
question.
So what?
Was that hot insert mentioned at the briefing? Because
No,
I was still on the field putting the flags up.
I don't think it was. They knew it was a third entity, but
They knew that
But
you
they knew
guys
about the
would be,
third faction. They just didn't know
they
where.
knew that you would be spawning out of that shack. I
Okay.
mentioned that.
Okay.
I did mention that.
Okay.
I
the
know for a
confusion
fact I
came.
did.
Yeah, but the confusion came in, and I think they didn't understand the mechanics. What it mean? Okay, we're coming out. You know what I mean? So they had the option.
You
You know what I
know,
mean to back up the letters out.
no, that's fair. That's fair. But hold on. You know what? I don't know if people understand, but I take a lot of feedback, right? I listen to feedback. The one thing I've heard consistently is more communication. I will give here's my kind of my I ain't gonna say necessarily vibe. I want to make it sound crazy like that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that deep, but I will give everybody more documentation. I have no
Yeah.
issues with that at all. I
Oh,
would
the hot
rather
insert ain't going away, Kara. It's communication.
yeah, it's not. It's just communication. It's just a hey, listen, this is the thing that can happen. You need to always be looking with the understanding that this can fucking happen. And if it
Yeah.
does happen, just like they can shoot you right off, you can shoot them. The difference is you got a longer walk.
Yeah, and that's and because like when we came out, at the beginning, that was the plan. We sent half of us to the right, half of us to the left. That was the plan. And then let them fight in the back because they had the longer walk. You know what I mean? But they put up more of a fight than I thought they were. You know what I mean? Because we ain't make it past the castle. You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
couldn't make it past the castle. So, like I said, it worked out. It was fun. I had fun with it. A lot of people shot me. I looked like a skittle.
You did.
Mhm.
Within the first hour.
He did.
So it was fun. Yeah. Scored a couple of dome shots on the hot insert. I was shaving today and was reminded about the
He
dome
said,
shot.
"Ugh."
Yeah. So it was fun. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Really
So
Oh
I
yeah, Frank.
appreciate that view of it as
He is.
well. I appreciate that view of it as well because that's the view of it from. I'm gonna be honest, and it's nothing against you, Duane, because I know you do the work too. But that's from the person who gunfight that entire event. That's his experience, right? As a gunfighter, we don't have anybody on right now, but then you got the experience of the people who were running around doing the secondary missions because they had a completely different experience.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, like we was allowed to change the flag stations. Yo, I got tired of fighting people over who was going to claim the flag station. To me, everybody was up on it. Like everybody, like this game here, everybody understood the flag station's props that I was seeing. You know what I mean?
And I'm gonna be honest. Hold on, because I want to hold that with off for 1 second, please, Duane. Because when you said props, this game I tried something different, right? Where I made it where the props were only worth resources; they were not worth points. Therefore, you did not get on the leaderboard by just scanning a prop. You had to then turn that prop into me for me to give you the money value for the props. The reason I did that was because at the time I want my shit back. Um, so there's a lot of opportunity for people to score that they didn't get a chance to score in theory because the props turned in didn't have a point value that scored. So there's also that. So to your point, you got people that are racing to get the flags within units. You know what I'm saying? So we're not talking about red versus blue. We talking about blue versus red. Because we both gonna shoot the red player, but I'm still gonna get to it before you do.
Yeah, but in my defense, I did not steal a prop this year. I didn't
That
steal a prop. I didn't. I was looking for my prop, but I didn't get
sir.
it. Yeah, I was looking
Hey,
for them game cases.
Thank
I
you.
seen it, but I couldn't get it.
I owe
Yeah,
y'all a game case.
oh man, it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. We just gotta communicate it better.
I say just orientation just got to be a little bit longer. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So that
that's what I was
everybody's
saying.
on point.
Somebody also threw out the idea of you print your rules out on a big ass poster board and put it somewhere where they can see it or put it. Who said that? Was it? Who said it? I forget. Was it James or Will? I forgot who said it, but
Both
put it
of
on the
them.
field. Yeah, okay. Put it on the field where they see it all day when they go in and at the entrance and stuff. First on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean,
Hot sauce.
right.
Hot sauce.
Hold on.
What is your
Hold on, my bad. But no, so yeah, all those things I'm definitely gonna try to do. Like I gotta find another paper print resource to help me out because my resource I don't think they work there no more. So I gotta
I
find
need my
another
other
one.
glasses.
You said what?
I said I need my other glasses. I can't see shit.
Back up.
You
But
need your
yeah, I'm
prescription.
looking forward to next year. Huh?
You need your prescription in.
Yeah, I need my prescription.
Also I'm telling y'all right now, we testing this new the new mechanics. We gonna test that. Mike, hey Mike,
I
we
saw
gonna
it.
drop a game somewhere. Yeah, and we gonna test this new stuff, dog, because I gotta test this stuff out. This stuff is phenomenal.
Yeah, but for the people who want to sit there and listen and read, I'm hoping the percentages
Why did you
more
say
on one side.
What do you mean?
What Eli said.
soft? I want to
Long or
say among.
yeah. So here's what I was going to do about that. So what I suggested was I was going to, let's start orientation at 9:00. I'm going to say, hey, 9:00, I'm doing the deep dive from 9 to 9:30, 9 to 9:45. I'm doing a deep dive.
And just true, and that's on the player if they don't.
That's on the player to be there.
come
I will
in
be
and
sitting. I will be sitting at the Mike. I'll be sitting on the stage. I would sit in front of the stage, eye level, however you want to do it. Bring your chair up.
no excuse, Lacey. No excuse.
Right.
You're supposed to be first every time.
I looked at it that way. Like y'all are here because of something I'm putting on. If you want, I'll provide to be sitting there and read the rules and explain my vision for them from 9 to 9:30, 9:45, and then 9:45 or towards the end of that, I go right into a standard. That's hilarious. But yeah. So yeah, but documentation, I understand. Communication, I understand. Access to documentation, physical access to communication.
Oh shit! Fight!
Heard.
Fight!
What happened?
Fight! Huh?
Oh, hilarious. Trying to think what else. I don't think y'all were out there for. Shout out first. Okay, so Saturday we got through Saturday.
yeah.
What part?
yeah. Definitely. He's like, can I use you as a shield? I was like, hey, as long as I don't get hit in the nuts, I'm good.
Did he use you as a shield though?
It was like he tried. It was like nobody in the area.
Okay. Yeah. So about the gameplay. So Saturday, yeah, I think I want to give credit to them though because they proved that I need to change that shit. So again, y'all mind if I talk about the game for a bit, Dwan?
Go ahead.
All right. So the game, because of the crafting, was supposed to craft to be able to level yourself up. Between Lacey, Neb, and Sticky, they did go through and they did prove that the crafting mechanic is viable. It works. It's slow. It's cumbersome. What I'm saying, to work through. We're fixing that. But the fact that they did it showed me that it's possible and that people could actually grind this out and really do this shit for real. And it rewards them. It's a physical reward that they can get. So I'm going to stay that course. I'm going to continue doing that. I got some stuff that I'm creating right now that's going to allow people to even rank how good they are. So it's coming. You want to prove that you're the best medic in the Midwest? I got you.
Okay. When I'm able to play.
We will eventually. But that being said, okay, so that's Saturday, right? And Saturday night, shout out to Kara. Shout out to Kara, Jason. And I know I'm a fuck Stu and Ben. Got it. Boom, bitch.
Spade.
For going to pick up the food for the Saturday party.
Yeah.
That shit was dope.
Shout out to them.
It got cold outside, so we took the party inside the rec room. So we all in there hanging out, chilly. We get the space table going.
I don't know what you're talking about. Ain't no footage of it. It ain't happening.
It's witnesses though.
I had a bum partner, and I'm gonna say,
oh
damn,
oh,
he sold me out. Matt know he sold me out.
Hey, Mike. Mike, what if I told you, Mike, that I let them win the first game to see how they played?
No.
I wouldn't know. I don't play spades.
My game is superb. I know how to play spades.
I understand that. I've played against you. I've never played against Ian. I've never played against Ian, however. So, Dewan, I knew how you played. I didn't know how Iron played. I let
And
y'all win the first game.
you extorted them too. They
Hmm.
extorted them.
Hey, yo, that you gotta understand. Hey, Mike, do you see that last play? That last play was masterful. I'm like, listen, I knew exactly what I had in my hand. I knew
How
Rich didn't have it. I was like,
how
oh yeah, watch, huh?
how could he 3 times he went up top of my Joker 3 times, not no in between 2 or 3 games in the same session, like same in a matter of 15 minutes, 3 hands.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I said, it was rigged.
it wasn't rigged, dog. I was like, oh, that's how we playing it. Perfect.
Damn,
Was
this is
like,
loose as shit. Loose
threw that
booty.
card out there, and was like, yep, throw it in there. Throw this card off, Rich. We good. Yep, throw it in there. Joker. 2 more spades. Give me my money. Let's go home.
And then Kara came in and was like,
You
are we
got people
doing
waiting to play out here.
tag?
She said, she
He
like,
said,
you got
he was
people.
like, oh, okay. She was like, you got like 11 to 15 people. He was like, oh shit, we got to finish this game. Because he thought it was like, maybe like 5 or 6 people. Nah, people were raring to go.
Because, Mike, all right, you said it. Fuck it. Yeah. Because that's the moment I was like, all right, I'm about to end this game. Because I knew already, like, that's the moment.
Ain't nobody going to play no damn tag.
I was like, yeah, I was like, you know what I'm saying? Because we was chilling. I was bullshitting. We was having fun. They thought they had a chance to win. I knew they didn't win already. You know, we was bullshitting. And then she came in like, because she had came in once when we was dealing the second game. And we're like, hey, you got people waiting to play. It was like, oh, for real? All right, bet after this game, you know what I'm saying? We got it. So we sitting there, we getting towards the end. I think we get like 6 or 7 books in. And she come back in like, hey, you got like you said, like you got like 11, 15 people out here waiting to play. I'm like, oh, should we have finished this game? And at that moment, I'm like, yeah, this game. I looked at the card. I looked at who had the book. I looked at what I had in my hand. I said, oh, this game over. I knew that game was over at that moment. I was like, this game over. And I played that shit.
I'm
And
disappointed.
was like,
We didn't play left, right, center.
I'm disappointed as well, Mike. But that shit happened. Like you can't, you know what I'm saying? We can't.
Yeah.
You can't plan that, right?
Nah,
That's
you
how it
can't.
happened. Cause I mean, we was sitting there chilling. We was about to play left and right after that one. You know what I'm saying? Cause I was like, we was gonna move from that table to your table to play left and right. But when she came in and said that at that time frame, I looked at the cards like, this game over. Shit, we got to go. And we went out there, and it was legit 15 people out there waiting to go outside. Mind you, Lacey, Sticky, and Neb are already on field collecting resources, because the flags were turned on for resource gathering as well that night. So Lacey, Sticky, and Neb are on field grabbing resources, just running around. So then when we start going out there, Lacey told me that Sticky hit over the radio. There's people out here now. Let's be sneaky, because they were still trying to get the resources while we were beating each other the fuck up with pool noodles.
Yeah. After I got hit, I don't know who hit me with that pool noodle. And I was like, man, listen, almost threw my hip out. I was like, I ain't going out there. Them things happen. Alan Redwood made them things. I ain't going out there. Them things.
Alan did a good thing.
Yeah, take a person's head off of one of them things. I was like, nope, not in the dark.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was a fun game though. All around, it was a fun game. Definitely a fun game. It was a good vibe. I I I was happy to see people who never played Sherwood be there. You know what I mean?
That's great. The vibe was excellent the entire fucking weekend.
Yeah,
All 3 days.
yeah. It was cool. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Met some new people. We had guys drive up two groups from all the way from Kentucky. We had some people out
We
from
had people from
Wisconsin.
Texas. That's how. Listen, we had people come up from Texas that heard about the game. No. Didn't they win from White River?
Yeah. Yeah, they got
Yeah,
the pass from White River.
but it's the crazy part about, like, they were at White River to do it, and then they won it, and they came back, and he brought another. Oh man, and then they were like, "Yo, this." He was like, because the two young men, I remember them, because the two young men, they was like, they had with the props, and he was like, "Hey man, it was the gel, right? One of the vials." He was like, "Hey, can I drink this?" We were like, "No." We were like, "No." He was like, "What's in it?" I'm like, "It's some aloe vera." He's like, "Oh, so I can drink it?" No.
No, sir.
But it was a funny thing. He was just like, "Hey man, I want this though. Like I want to keep it." I'm like, "What you mean?" He was like, "I want this." I'll say, "Oh, how about this, man? After the game's over, come find me. You can look in the prop box. You can have whatever you want." He's like, "For real?" I'm like, "For real." So he went off. He found me at the end of the game and came to me like, "Hey, I don't know if he says his brother, his cousin. I don't know who he was." Really? That's what's up. I got to take a look at that. I got to take a look at it. Tag TikTok in that for me, please, so I can look at that. But he came up to me afterwards. I don't know who he was. I don't know if he was a brother or whatever. He was like, "Hey man, you said we could have some props," and I brought him in the bunkhouse and was like, looking at box, ready to take whatever you want. They was going through, "Oh man, this is cool." They both had a brick of gold. He was like, "Hey man, you got a bigger brick of gold than me. Is there another one in there?" I was like, "All right, it was cool. It was cool."
Because I did.
Me. Look at that shit.
I did.
Hey, he put that bitch up quick as hell too.
They already up. I got all of them up. All of them are up.
What, the game cases?
No, the POIs and the
he got an
achievements.
achievement. He got an achievement on his wall right there.
I got 6 POIs.
You ain't do no work to achievement.
Excuse me?
Well, you did.
I refed you. That's an achievement in itself.
Hey, I behaved myself, bro.
You did.
I behaved myself.
Somewhat. Until you got upset. You got upset because you wanted to leave that fucking castle. You was joking, but you was upset, nigga. You was upset. Yeah, he came up to me angry, hot. I'm like, his eyes were big as shit. I'm like, if you want to go out the castle, just go out just past the gate. I'm not gonna hold you.
He was like, don't go too far.
Just go right there. He was like, all right.
Now I want some get back, man. Like I said, the first 2 hours was painful for me, man. It seemed like everybody wanted to shoot me.
I mean, you were fucking people up.
Yo, did you see that rundown?
Yes, I saw all of them.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that's the one. I ain't even got to look.
I told Matt, I was telling Guru the other day, I was like, yo, I said, I finally found the part of the field I like. They can't see me.
Which part?
Right when you was reffing, all the bunkers are taller than me.
Talking about the octagon?
Yeah.
Is that what you talking about, Mike? The octagon?
All the bunkers are taller than me.
No, you know what? No, he's a fucking beast in the it's the left side of the castle towards Cathedral.
Yeah.
Over in there, he is in fucking sane over there.
Cause that motherfucker be in them doorways and be hiding and shit. Be like, how the fuck his little ass get there? Yeah, Karen said Jason definitely shot you.
Yeah, yo, I'm gonna tell you about this. So we wrapping back around, going towards the left side of the field. Where the woods area at, and
hey, hold on, listen, hold on, listen, dig this, listen. I'm about to listen to this story. Well, my nigga Wing stopped. Cause I'm about this about to be a good ass story. I'm about to eat, my nigga.
So we over there,
living pepper.
We working and everything, and he calling, he my spotter, he calling things out. So I'm like, I tell him like, yo, I'm about to go get him. He's like, all right, cool. So I go take the 3, and I'm coming wrapping around. He done laced me all up in the face. It was like I was seeing him. I seen their guns go off. I was like, who shot them? I was like, me. Yeah, he laced me. For a minute, I thought he did it on purpose just to get, just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna give him one.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
He fucked that good run up though, because I was ready to clean up the one that was in front of him. But it was fun. He fucked me up though. He made me go sit down for a minute.
He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna go sit my ass down." Nah.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit back. Right after that happened, I came off the field. It was so
That's
much pain, man.
Nope.
But it was fun running with them though. It definitely was fun running with them. You know. And Stu
Yeah.
was out there doing his numbers too.
Yeah.
Stu ain't funny. Like what she say? I can't see it.
He's standing next to her laughing. Jason standing there.
Yo, if he wouldn't have shot me,
Yeah,
man,
Ramon.
we'd have been at their spawn.
Yeah.
We'd have been at their spawn. You know what I mean? And
Oh,
like I said, it was just the right amount of people, you know what I mean, to have some good gunfights, you know what I mean, and able to move the field.
yeah.
I'm just mad that I didn't get a chance to get on the leaderboard. I ain't pulling out one flag on one station.
Your boy did though.
I know, but that's why I just got behind him and pushed him.
Bro. So man, unique.
Yo, but
He killed it, bro.
it was funny when Saturday night when we found out that it was 3 nomads on the leaderboard. Fourth, 6 and 7 spots was held by nomads, third faction.
Y'all were playing the game. That's why I gave y'all the ability to do that shit.
Yeah. I was trying to outscore one side though. Just couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it. Like I
But
said, it
yeah,
was
they
fun.
but no, the shit unique did. It's phenomenal. Okay.
Yeah, once I
There
gave him
you
the
go.
call that Saturday night, and I gave him the call and I told him that he was number 4 on the leaderboard, he just started going crazy after that.
I mean, he went out there, bro. He went out there and went all the way up and ended up in second place from playing third faction. He played the game. Like, so I'm gonna tell y'all what's really dope about this shit, right? And I'm gonna be honest, because I've been honest with Alan about this. I wasn't a fan at the time, because I'm like, I don't really want that. It ain't that big of a deal, right? But as I was driving around on the golf cart and like kind of fixing the flag here and there, or just being out there, and I had my phone on the RKE website, listening to Miguel De Jesus Jr. captured GG6, Cecilio Paintball captured GG1. Like listening to that, like that, this shit is telling you what's being captured, and it's like that shit is crazy. Like it is nuts. And I'm gonna show you some shit, Dewan. Next time I'm gonna show you shit, let you hear some shit that's gonna be crazy to you about this shit that I want you to test. Did y'all hear all that clear enough?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah,
When we got to get commanders for next year.
we do. Well, we got to lock in commanders for next year. Let's not say we got to get. We got to
Wait, I
lock
thought
in
we did.
because
Which one?
no, because hold on, because Clark James is coming back. He already stated to come back, and I think they're the request out to someone. I'm not dropping names or anything like that. They're the request out to someone, and we're waiting for a definite answer, or do we have a definite answer?
We got a definite answer for it. We just gotta get
I
them
gotta
locked
make
in.
the connection. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I gotta make the connection. Yeah, so if that person is listening to this somehow, if you find this show and you hear it, it ain't on him. It don't blame it on the head, not the heart. I will be reaching out to you shortly.
I think I said that to my mom and she cussed me out. It's like, what
But for real, because I don't mean to do it. I'm not.
That's what I
I'm
told
not
her.
purposely
I'm
doing it.
like, woman, I got ADD. Fuck.
It's yes, Kara. It will be the first weekend of May again. That is the. I will say this. The first weekend of May right now is the only constant. That's the only thing we know for a fact is being carried over. Is that it will be the first weekend of May, 2026. and I'll be producing it. So there we go.
There you go. TB said.
Mm-hmm. Damn, rookie.
God damn it.
We'll sign up as a swing team.
That'd be great.
What does that mean? We gonna lose rookie again?
Yes. That's okay. So we like that. We talked about that a little bit.
We
You know what I'm saying? We building something. We gonna build something for that. Oh, he said no, he in there next year. Okay.
He was missed this weekend.
He was. He would have killed me with how I had the bunkhouse though.
And a disarray.
So right, I know, right? No, I got some. I mean, I could talk about, like what I saw from watching the game's perspective and watching kind of how it went. Like it started off interesting because I was looking at it like, man, that don't look right. And sure enough, I went out there like, oh, yep, there it is. Buy station wasn't working. People weren't able to loot, and so I went down there, gave them internet, and soon as I gave them internet, boom, things started popping up. So that was cool. Turn this down. So there we go. Yeah, I'm
like
trying
I
to think
said,
what else. Go
the
ahead.
score was like everybody was constantly scoring. You know what I mean? Everybody seemed like they was locked in. It was definitely a great game.
Yeah, I got some. I mean, it's some. I had a concept with some pictures. I did. I went absent-minded and didn't do it. So blame me for that one. But there was some shit that was done that was pretty cool, man. Like I had three people complete the POI the POI finder mission.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And that was they had to get that box to all 24 POIs on the field. And like, the only thing they had, which I'm gonna change next year. Like, oh man, y'all just don't understand the stuff that's changing, the stuff that's not for the worse, either for the better. It's gonna be easier, it's gonna be better. But yeah. All 24 POIs was crazy. I had 3 people do it. And one young man from Armageddon, from Archie Squad. One young man from Archie Squad did it twice. And then the other person that did it was Kelly Meeks. Kelly Meeks from Fox's Den did hers. And yep, as Archie just said, Mike finished it twice.
Yo,
like that's the shit I'm excited about.
She Foxes didn't really put in some work last weekend.
Fox's Den in Indiana or both of them?
Both of
I
them.
don't know.
Both of them. I was surprised to see when we was on the golf cart and she showed you that she had all of them.
Well, no, okay, so yeah, Kelly, yeah, Kelly, right, yeah. I see what you were saying. Uh-oh. So hold on, one more perspective here real quick.
Trying to get my volume up.
I hear you. Can you hear us?
Barely.
Yes, Lacey. Yeah, Lacey. Yeah.
Nope, that didn't do it.
That's why I was that's why Lacey, because I didn't want to go down that
barely
path.
can hear you guys. Hold on.
Yeah. That one's on me. But no, all in all, watching the game play out and like watching how to like the mechanics that I put into it, watching how they play and how they flow, I got some shit I'm ready to implement to make this shit better. And Alan was putting in the chat here, some stuff, some quality of life stuff was made changing.
Okay, I can barely hear you guys. But y'all say y'all can hear me just fine.
I can hear you, yes.
Okay.
I'm
I
with
have to
that,
work out the.
Jason.
I'm gonna have to work out the bugs next go around.
Right. So okay, so like I said, huh? Hold on, my bad. Let me respond to this.
What up, Dewan?
All right. So can you hear us, D?
What's going on, Batman?
Right
So
now,
Batman,
yes, sir.
from the commander perspective, what you got for me?
Don't think I heard that.
I said from a commander's perspective, what do you have for me? Like what, you know,
Oh
what are
well.
your thoughts?
A lot better than Monster Game. All right. As far as command, I can tell you this. That was probably one of the most exciting games I played in a long, long time because there is nothing like that out there. Now, as far as commanding, I had a lot of help, because without Preacher, I don't think we would have made it. Well, Preacher, just what he brought to the game. And see, as a commander, I also listened to what the people were telling me. I wasn't just trying to tell people what to do. Preacher gave me a lot of good points out there where he was out there in the field because I was never on the field until the last 10 minutes of the second day. But I'm not taking that from anybody else. Kelly, she did a phenomenal job because, she commanded a few times too. But
Hold on, I want to go back real quick. So I want to ask you a
Tyler,
question. Like,
he played his
what?
part for me.
Hey, can you hear me, Batman?
I can hear you a little
I
bit
said,
there.
okay, I want to go back for a second. You said you didn't go to what? Why did you decide to not go on the field at all?
Wait,
What
why
was?
didn't I? I was trying to stay off the field just so people can bring me information because I remember in a Monster Game, if I went on the field and I heard people were calling me on the radio, but I wasn't there to hear that. So every time when we had the radios the first day, when people were telling me what was going on, I was able to send people to that area or to respond because one thing I really like about your game is the real time looking at the flag stations. So when they were telling me, hey, we need to get some flag stations over this way, I would open up the app, looking at it and say, yeah, you're right. But if I was on the field, I never would have heard that or saw that.
Okay. I just want to know because I just wonder. I just want to know from a viewpoint of how that works because I unfortunately I haven't been able to play my game, so I don't know how. I don't even know how technically I do, but I haven't been put in that situation yet. So that's why I asked.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can turn something else up. Hold on.
Because
Oh,
Dewan, when you did how did you feel about that, Dewan?
What when we did March?
No, I mean I no last year. Like last year we had to step in and you kind of had to like
Remember, I didn't go on the field.
I
give me
don't think
one
you did
second,
either.
fellas.
No, I didn't. I hit the field a couple of times when we were getting pushed, but other than that, it's a lot going on. Because remember, we had the scan the props in and all that stuff. You know what I mean? You want to keep track of who was running the secondary missions and stuff like that, making sure that the missions was getting done. So it like you said, the game can run without a commander, but you still need some type of organization. You know what I mean, to the side. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't if I ever had the privilege of doing it again, I wouldn't be on the field. I'll be off field because there's too many moving parts to be on the field.
Hmm. Okay. See,
You
I'm
get what
just
I'm
trying to
saying?
understand because I also don't want to burn out. Are you talking to us, Mike? Or you talking to somebody? Because you on mute if you talking to us. All right, I got you. I just want to make sure. It looked like no, you got to understand. It looked like he had got done talking. You were yeah. That's all that is, dog. That's all it is. Um, but no, Dewan, you not okay. So, cause like I said, I don't want to burn out the people who are supposed to be heading this by over, by overdoing it. Let me see.
Let me see if this works.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, Kara. There's nothing wrong with that either. But it's like from a standpoint of where was I gonna go with that? At my event, in theory, you could do that. You just need,
Yeah,
to Dewan's point, you just need somebody back there managing what's going on. But if you understand, and going back to, reading rules and understanding rules, and maybe that's why, kind of, hey, you need to do this. You need to do this. Because if you understand the mechanics, then you can do that. You can trade off. You can leave your XO right there, because once the players get it to a point, it flows by itself. Like, and I'm increasing the number of buy stations I have at the base. So instead of having 3, you got 5. Well, I got 10. So maybe it's gonna be 4 each, with 1 with me at all times. So there's gonna be more availability of things. I'm trying to make stuff easier for everybody, so it can kind of be autonomous. Because eventually, I do want to be.
I'm just saying, even if you did do that, I still would, me myself, I still would be at the base, because you know what I mean. Some people need that direction. You know what I mean. People look for it. So I would be there. That's just me. You know what I mean.
Yeah, because that's what I want to do, man. Like this next one, the stuff I got going on. It's like a lot of it is going to be. He like, nah. A lot of it is going to be kind of self-driven. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really about to be able to prove that. If it's heard, Archie, that can be done. That's the type of information that, Mike, you got him this time. Maybe it's me. Thank you. But yeah, Archie, I can do that. That can be done. That's really easy. That's actually really easy to do. So I can do that. So once we get this going, I'm gonna do that, Archie. So I will have that coming. Lacey was smart for doing that though, Ned, because if you think about it, if people wanted, so this is what Lacey was doing. Lacey was trading in the props to come get the mutant bucks from me to get the points. But because he didn't at the time care about the points, every time somebody came to the base with a material he needed, he gave them the money to get just the points. And they, you know what I'm saying? So Lacey played a different game, which again is a different perspective. And that's like, they played the resources game to level up, to be able to become a level 3 medic with a roving spawn. So that's what I'm trying to build upon, but faster, kind of simpler. Because I would love to have 12 people that's a medic that want to do the medic role, and that box is only able for 2 people. So then when one get tired, he check out, the other one check in, and they go. Because I'm about to start tracking that, Dewan.
Yeah.
So you about to be able to tell, man, listen, they Batman, I'm gonna let you have your moment, because then I want to drop you so you're not associated with the shit I'm about to spit at these motherfuckers.
Well, this is not a good time for me to have my moment, because on a scale of 1 to 10, I can hear you guys about a 1. My tech
But
right here is not Tony Stark right now.
But we hear you just fine, so you can
Yes. So
go
what's
ahead.
your question?
Go. Just overall, man, like, honest rating from Calvin. Not from Batman the paintball player, but an honest rating from Calvin. The history of Calvin. I know you've been through some shit. The honest rating, the honest review.
Well, let me put it like this, man. Okay, in these 42 years, until I played your game, the best game I've ever played is actually not the Monster game or anything else. It was in Canada, the Phoenix Project, and your game kind of remind me of that game. The Phoenix Project, let me just say this before I get back on your game. You had, the two teams, but they have pyrotechnics. When they blew a bridge up, they blew a bridge up. They literally had to roll a wire out, wire it to a plunger, push down on the plunger, and blow the darn bridge up. You had your engineers who can rebuild the bridge, but they had live hostages. If you had hostages, you had to go get the hostages, and they got shot down behind enemy lines. Assassinate the drug cartel, all kind of crazy stuff. And their medics were on the field, and what they did, I think I even have one around here, one of the cars from back in the early 90s. Their medics had a cross on it, and your player's card had like 15 stars on there. If you get shot, they punch your card, you're back in the game. If you run out of stars, you're done. You're done for the day, for tomorrow, whatever it is. Your game is the first game I played that had real tech in it, because they didn't have tech back in the 90s. So once I caught on, it was until second day, Sunday, is when I caught on how to play your game. The first day I was, running like a chicken with my head cut off. But the second day is when I started figuring out, what do you need to do to win this game? And several people came to me and said, when you start figuring this shit out, this is really a lot of fun, and everything. So speaking as for myself, it's the best tech game I played, and I'm pretty sure it's going to get better. Tyler made a comment to me and said he likes the feel. He likes the feel. But Tyler commented, not the game, but you. He said to me, but it's pretty cool that Google came up with all this stuff, and because I was telling him about your game, I told him this almost a year ago. I remember he was writing it out when he was writing your script out. He gave you credit card. He said he put all this together on paper and then bought it to an actual game. How many people, talk about, I'm going to do something, do this, and never do it, So as far as at my job, I already told several people about it. I just haven't posted on Facebook yet, but it's the most exciting game I played in a long time. I put you up there with the Phoenix game, and, Monster Game don't do this. No game I played. When we went down to Texas, that was a nice game, but they didn't have the tech that you got in this game, though. We really enjoyed the tech.
Shit. All right. I don't know what to say, but thank you. I mean, for real. That's crazy. That's crazy. Thank you for that, because
I'll let Tyler know, man. I'll let him know, because he gave you good praise.
I ain't been doing this for that long. You gotta understand, Batman. I ain't been doing this for that long.
Preacher, what up?
But Guru, here's what I remember you told me. You told me it was some dude. I don't know if it was Hondo or somebody else. Don't tell you what you can't do, because you're gonna go prove them wrong just to prove them wrong. You said, don't ever tell that I'm gonna do my impression of you. You was like, I want some motherfucker telling me what I can't do. If you tell me that I can't do some shit, I'm gonna do it just to prove you wrong. But hey, look, I'm gonna switch gears for 15 seconds, because y'all know this, but I only tease Guru with this. Of all the videos I watch you guys playing, Dewan, all you guys, I should show people y'all paintball games. And people ask me, man, who is this dude on the field that's always cussing at people like, I got you, motherfucker. I got you. You out. I said, that's Guru. And I said, that's Guru. I said, he shoots you, then he cusses you out. And so the joke was about, I said, some dude would come off the field and he's crying. I said, why you crying? He said, Guru shot me. I said, so why you crying? He called me a motherfucker. That hurt, Now back to your game, Guru. Not the paintball didn't hurt that you called him a motherfucker. That was
You're hurting people's feelings.
All right, back to your game, sir.
All right, I ain't heard that. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Oh man, God.
Never knew that. Whoever that person was, I apologize.
But here's my question. What are you going to do about the helicopter situation? Has that been talked about yet?
Yeah, it's already
It's been
it's
heavily
being
talked
talked
about.
about. It is being thought. It is being thought through. Let's just put it
It
like
ain't
that. It
going
is being
nowhere.
thought through. It ain't going
It ain't
nowhere.
going nowhere.
It's just being refined.
Okay.
I'm going to
So see
I'm
that
going to try
I
to
don't know who the guy
solve.
was who was the chopper, but see, in his mind, the chopper was invincible, and he didn't want nobody even shooting at his passenger. And
So that's
nobody,
a wording thing, right? So the chopper cannot be destroyed, but it's kind of a you can't destroy it, so why shoot it type of situation, right? But I understand now to explicitly say what I want it to mean. And again, that will be defined. That is not defined at this moment, but I'm just saying
Got a little out of
that's what
hand.
it is.
Got a little out of hand. Just a little bit.
So
yeah, but he didn't want nobody shooting at his gunner. And he said, I guess he must have served in the service somewhere. He said he should shoot rockets and all that kind of stuff in real life. But my thing is that in real life, if you just look at the Vietnam Wars, if you're shooting down from a chopper, the gunners are being shot at. So, to say you can't shoot at the people on the chopper, that's just crazy,
well, like I said, it depends. And again, that's on me. And that's what we were going to try to figure out is how to
Yeah.
identify the best way to handle that. That's the
mean,
only thing I
Joe,
can give you right now.
Joe brought
He
up
had
those
yeah,
things.
yeah,
That,
it's a
that works. That's an identifier right there.
right.
Jesus Christ.
Harold is crazy. Harold is crazy. But no, outside of that, I'm trying to think. I mean,
Hey, what happened to the Juggernaut suit?
They were there.
they were there, but it's moving that thing from spawn to spawn. It's so
Yeah, it was a
cumbersome.
bitch.
It's so
Hey,
cumbersome.
bet.
So if I get a second one, there's an option, right? So I got a couple. I made a couple friends recently that helped me. That helped me with stuff, so I might be able to get some equipment to make another one.
Hey, you had a friend that's offering to build your helicopter and the Juggernaut suit free of charge.
That's not. Yes, you did. Thank you, and I really do appreciate that. And I want to take you up on that. But
yes,
Harold,
you got to trust me on this, man. This is one of the things I do.
I know, like I said, y'all carpenters. I get it, man. Y'all build. I'm not a builder. I'm a thinker, as y'all can see. I am yeah, I got you. 100%, Lacey. I'm with you.
All right.
Nah, I seen Lacey that messaged me something, but I hear you, Lacey. I hear you. I'm with you, Lacey. I got you. Trying to think what else here. So where the belt at, man? Somebody asked for it earlier. Where the belt? You got the belt hanging up somewhere? You threw it in the lockbox and you forgot about it?
I didn't hear your question.
I said, where the belt at? Somebody asked earlier where the belt was at.
Right now it's downstairs in the office, but it's going to be up here. It's going to be, let me see here. Hold on. Where is it at? It's going to be up here.
Oh, I see the other one back there.
Next to this one. This is the one I was telling you about.
Yeah.
I just got to make room for it. I got to make room for it, man. But no, I got a lot of comments on that already. So yeah, it's coming. It's coming up here.
Okay.
It's got to go on the wall with all the rest of this stuff. Hey, you know what? In Grizz, I mean to tell you, man, I want to check that room you got out. You got some interesting stuff on that wall back there.
This is my basement.
Yeah, well, yes, but yeah, it's going to be proudly displayed up here, though, man. I'm going to put it up here with the rest of this stuff up here, man. So it'll get displayed. Just like that's In Vogue. That's me, my wife, and In Vogue. And the reason why I'm here with my wife and In Vogue, because one of the In Vogue girls is my wife's cousin.
Oh.
Number of celebrities. Me and Lou Ferrigno. So the belt's going up there on the wall with the rest of the stuff.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man. I did my first when I came to work Monday. I did all my boasting and bragging with my employees and up there. So yes, but I'm gonna say this too, man. Overkill, they did a phenomenal job too. Overkill was really good. On Facebook friends with those guys right now. But I can say this: when you do your next game next year, I'll have a playing role. But what I've learned in your show, in your game, I think I got valuable information. Whoever team I play on.
Oh, that's your pitch. I hear you. That's your pitch right there. That's his pitch for you. Better find him. Better recruit him.
Listen, man. Me and Tyler coming back.
There you go. There you go.
We're coming back.
No, we about to switch. Well, he not back yet. So we're gonna hold. I'm gonna switch. We're gonna switch from the commander's view, and then we're gonna go to a player that tried to do a level of you. So I'm gonna drop you. Go ahead.
I would like to make a proposal, but I'm gonna make it an after show. Yeah. Where did Dewan go?
Dewan go, right. All right. So Batman, I'm gonna drop you down. I'm gonna bring you in from the player side of things.
Okay.
And the one who tried to level himself up. So you're back. Sir Lacey.
Hey, I don't know if my mic's on. Hang on.
I can hear you.
Okay. Cool.
Right there. Is that the one back in?
What's up, fellas?
Yeah. So from Lacey,
yes, sir.
From a player's perspective about the game, go.
Once again, great game. Every year is going to have a few hiccups and flaws, but we iron those out fast. I thought I loved the building aspect of the game. That's what I spent most of my time doing. It wasn't until we thought the missions were going to be worth more, so we tried pushing the missions real hard in the morning and leveling up, and they were not as worth the payout for your time versus the payout just wasn't equal to flags. Then we transitioned and started pushing flags more, and me and Sticky started upgrading. At first I was going at first we were was trying to go engineer, because like I said, I thought the missions were going to be worth the cooldown, and we were trying to max that out so we could just push the missions as hard as possible. Once about, when was the shift? Probably midday Saturday, we stopped focusing on the missions, started handing those out to other players that were still interested and wanted something to do. So then I started focusing on upgrading to a transport, and I was never a helicopter. I just want to say that. Never a helicopter. I'm a little discombobulated right now. What else we got? Oh, so then we pushed transports, and by Saturday evening, we had figured out a way to completely shift the power in the game. I'm convinced that we had the game won Sunday morning. Unfortunately, things didn't play out like we thought. I was wrong in thinking that I couldn't be shot. And we'll move on from there. It is what it is. It ain't nothing to fucking write home about. We lost. It was close. So I don't really ever look at it as a loss, less than a flag.
Yeah, I mean, it was one round, so it was essentially, I mean, it's a cliche of it came down to final battle, but it's a cliche of it came down to final battle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if only we could have played final battle.
Right.
Blame it on the weather.
Yeah.
So
that weather sucked, but it sure would. If it ain't raining at Sherwood, you ain't playing at Sherwood. So not too bad. Never a downpour. Just enough to keep you moist.
And cold.
Oh.
Freeze.
Moist.
So about the crafting, because you did it, you
Yeah,
mastered it.
yeah, that was fun. I like the concept of it. It was cool having to like actually build things I would need. When I would shift from engineer, I'm going from making transmitters and data chips and sensors and wireless display stuff, and I transitioned into vehicle stuff, and it was all tires and transmission fluid. And then you had Neb, who pushed medic super hard, so we discovered that fabric is big on medic, and he was flying through as much of that as he could.
I think
I
fabric
upgraded
was the only one I got right, because that's what my intention was. My intention was to kind of pair the materials up so that the MOSs, you knew who was going for what, because that's all they wanted. But
Yeah.
I think I got lost in kind of how much fun I was making it. But anyway, go
Could
ahead.
be. I mean, with the 3 tiers, unless everything you're making only requires one resource or one type of resource, which is unrealistic.
Oh no.
So like having overlay of chemicals and metal with a little bit of electronics for some of the vehicle stuff, and then you had metal and electronics with most of my engineer stuff with a little bit of overlay in chemicals or silicone or plastic or whatever. It was interesting. When I hit the 3rd tier of all the builds, it was just like, what the fuck, dog? I just built that. It spent me half the day to build that last item, and then I get to the next tier and I need 3 more. Fuck.
Right.
Oh, I missed the signal. Bye, Dewan.
So I'm going to change that, right? So with this GTA game that I'm writing, I'm changing it. I'm changing it for the better. It's not going to be that. I'm changing it for the better. But I think I have a whole year to write this game. Let's not say that. I got 10 months.
Mhm.
10 months.
Realistic.
Mhm.
And like, it
Mhm.
wasn't bad. The only struggle really was because of the amount of resources. So like, to have the resources required to do some of those build trees would have required so much extra work just running out props because they were the only form of resource.
Whereas I could have just allowed you to buy them.
Yeah, we did want that at one point. We would like the ability to trade or just give somebody else my items. Because I mean, I had 50 of most everything that I wasn't using at the game. And that's when I decided to go for medic just to hit Rainbow Warrior again, which I think I've done in every one of your games now. Go me.
Listen, hey, that's phenomenal. I don't think people understand. Like in this one, I tried to make it difficult to do it.
Oh, dude! In order to get tier 3, 2, and 1, that was work. That was a lot of resources, and it wasn't like work on the field because I only scored 2 flags. I only had like 30,000 points comparatively for the leaderboard. I think it was 12th or 13th. So like, you had to make the decision. You're either pushing resources or going for the board.
But you're not wrong with that, Eli, by the way. I could do that. I'm almost there, Eli. Well, hey, you want a booster pack? Here you go. Like, don't get me started because I could do it. I'm just not that type of guy that'll do it. But yes, Eli, that could be done 1000% right now.
Well, instead of making it real money, just make it in-game money.
That's what I'm yeah.
500 credits.
Yeah. Yes,
and that's better than microtransactions.
Right. Preacher said a lot of time to scan the items too. I agree with that.
Yeah, a lot of time. It was better than last year though, being able to scan 4 items as opposed to 1 each time. Like, I agree. There's still a lag there, but it's improving, and having it so that it's 1 click to purchase as opposed to back and forth. Dude, I probably spent, I don't know what percentage of my time, but I'd look and be like, oh, okay, I need a sensor array. And I'd start searching down the list of items and forget what the fuck I'm looking for. So I'd have to go back to the next page and be like, oh, yeah, a sensor array. And then I'd scan through the.
And you know what? And it's like, I wanted that a little bit. I wanted that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I want to find that little. I wanted to find that little sweet spot where it's just at that moment where it's like, fuck.
But
But
the
then when you
breakdown
get
wasn't
it, it's
horrible. We
rewarding.
just smartened up and wrote down what the fuck we needed for everything. Like, oh, okay, I still need 3 metal and fucking 2 iron. Like, that's whatever.
Yeah.
But
So
at least,
what it's switching to now? It's switching 2 ways. The first way it's switching is I am doing a skill mechanic, and that's how you're gonna buy your you know what I'm saying? That's how you're gonna buy your MOSs.
mhm.
But I'm also introducing, the buy where you could just, spend the money that you got because you're earning money. It's GTA. Everything you do, you make money, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to set up a drug lab real quick. Maybe buy me a. Ev wants to do drive-bys, so we're gonna make him go.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Can you imagine us all in our hood and robes like a cold drive-by?
That would be crazy. But see, the thing is, the theme of the game, a drive-by, you get shot back at. You
Yeah,
can't die. You can't die unless you get shot with a rocket. But if you're gonna do a drive-by, you get shot.
Understandable. It was mostly the breakdown between like the way I thought the mechanic had been run in the past and me not knowing that it had changed. It wasn't about being shot.
Okay. So we got that put to bed. You love me again, Lacey?
Bro, I've loved you since the moment I met you, dog. If I didn't love you, I would have called you and bitched you on the way home the whole fucking ride. Bullshit. Fuck that. Fuck stupid. Fuck bullshit. I instead called Eli and got my frustrations out, and it was fucking very nice. There's no need to fucking bring negativity on anybody. It was mostly sitting in that meeting, trying to be as respectful as fucking I could. And like, then I got out and I'm like, ooh, I want to yell about shit.
No, Archie. But there may be a car to steal, Archie. But there may be a car to steal. Oh, you said something, Batman? Hold on. Let me put it. What'd you say, Batman?
I didn't say anything. I laughed.
Oh. Well, no, I'm bringing you back in, like I said, because we can end this. Unless anybody got questions. Because if anybody got questions, we can end this. I think we did a good recap here.
When's the next one?
Next
playable game.
Next playable game? I mean, I got a game playable right now, but you mean like
Well, that you're playing.
Oh, the next one I'm playing?
Yep.
Pirate.
The next game that I'm playing will be, yes, actually, a pirate game. That is the next game that I am 1,000% confirmed to be playing.
Nice.
Yes.
And I'm refing that one. So hopefully you guys have fun. Don't come to me bitching about being overshot. Again,
I never do that.
We'll be good.
Yep, I just looked at it. That's the only one I'm confirmed with going. Yes, it's pirate game at Wonderful Sherwood. It's gonna be great to go back down there though.
Hey, so I got one. So it's nothing against the rules. Clearly, if I come out there over the summer and start writing my own map where stuff is, so if I play next year, I ain't got to try to guess where it is.
Yeah, but my POI, go ahead, Lacey.
Like you could learn the local names for stuff, but even I had no idea where any of that stuff was.
Like nobody did. Everybody was running around trying to find it.
That's kind of the point.
That's the thing. But that's a part of the game,
right? But that's why I'm asking: is there anything against the rules coming out there like later this year, just to write down my own map? Or
no, so
would y'all say no? That's kind of like
no. I'm gonna tell you all this. No, and the reason why I said it, if you have a microfiber or one of my maps, everything that has a building on it is a POI.
Does it change?
No.
That's all I want to
Now,
know.
the names of them might change, but the
You can get
locations
all the
of them
locations, yeah.
will not
Right.
change. Correct.
Okay.
So I thought people had figured that out, but maybe they hadn't figured it out. But I am confirming that if you look at the map,
That
if
that
you
was
look at
one of
one
the
of my
things that
maps,
Preacher and I were talking about. You know, because I told Preacher, look, I played here last year, but I don't know what his stuff is. And he was out there running around just trying to find the names there. And we were writing them down on our own map that they had printed up. But I told him, I don't know if these things are going to stay the same next year or not. I know the building's not going nowhere, but the name could change next year to a different building.
so look. Come on. I don't know why it's not loading up. Okay, there we go. So this is the map for this year, right? Every last one of the green checkpoints where it's a potential flag location. A potential. It wasn't going to be one there, but there was a potential. Keep in mind, next year there's changes. So
And you're telling me every structure on there, like small structure wise, is where your POIs were? So we
that's
had
what
a
it is.
map of them all weekend?
Partially.
Yes, Lacey.
At least in the general area?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good layout.
Yes.
That, I mean, I thought people so that's how I think though, right? I gave you everything you needed. I gave you everything you needed. I even mentioned that to an extent. But I gave you everything you needed. Every last one of those is a POI. Or could be a POI, I should say, right? You know what I'm saying? Let me say that, because the reason why I say could be, because there might be a few more, but genuinely speaking, they're going to be the same location because it's easy for us to go and put it in the same spot. The names will change, however.
Oh yeah, what was up with those like quarantine zones? What was that going to be? The plan for those?
That was going to be the engineer's perk of a flag. Yeah, of a flag. So I'm bringing that next year. I can let this go. So MOS flags are coming for me as well. I know Eli kind of used them already with like the mechs. So I'm going to do MOS flags as well, where if you are an engineer, only engineer can capture that flag. So that'll give you as an engineer more scoring potential.
I like that. Because I like that when we played it in Texas.
Yeah, if you do the work, But here's the catch though. What the difference between what I'm doing and what Eli was doing then is Lacey could go to Pondagon as an engineer. He can cap the regular player flag and the engineer player flag for that round. So he's getting 20,000 for that round for himself and his faction, because his faction got players that decided to do the work to upgrade. He's doing that. Now, let's say a regular red player come up. They can flip one of them back red, but the engineer one they can't touch because that's only an engineer can flip it. So in that round, he can still get 10,000 for his faction and himself, just because he's an engineer. That's where I'm going with this. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and I'm gonna look at the camera. Ain't nobody fucking doing that shit.
Oh, he broke the wall.
Nobody doing none of this. They're just trying really hard.
Oh, nigga, that felt like a movie.
You could see me.
But no, I'm for real. Like that. That's where I'm going with this, Lacey. So you're gonna have at one point in time, you could fucking have 4 flags in one area. And you as a rainbow warrior could hit all 4 of them bitches in one round. That's 40,000 just for you by yourself. Or in my next game, which is, GTA theme, respect. Because in this game, I don't give a fuck how much money you got. What's your respect level? You're gonna lead the board with respect, not with money. Because everybody gonna have money. You can buy money.
Can you buy points?
No.
Like buying a shark card?
I'm not trying to exploit my friends, Lacey.
No, I wouldn't do it for cash. But if at the end of the game I'm sitting on 50K of cash and have no use for it, who's to say that I can't buy $5,000 worth of shark card credits?
Correct, Lacey. We'll talk about that. Neb. That's already there. That's already there, Neb. You won't necessarily get points, Neb, but you'll get credit, and we'll be able to track that you did that work. You will get something
from me,
because at the end of the day, you're going to be able to like right now, like how I want to set up is like right now, Lacey, you'd be like, damn, dog, you can go back and look through your game and you like, oh shit, I had enough to get this achievement and craft your achievement. And then that's why, yes, Neb, I want to track that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I love tracking data points.
That's all I'm gonna say. That's my statement of record.
Your background looks extremely pretty this evening, Grizz. Did you change a light or something?
I changed it all because it's about to be Mother's Day.
Oh, nice.
I know, right? How sweet.
But she's not allowed down here.
Damn.
Grace, just like you've been taking a note from my playbook.
She can use the bathroom, but don't stay. Go back upstairs. I can say this now because she don't watch the show anymore. So
you ain't worried about getting hands laid on you, huh?
No.
It's like, so I turned into the show tonight. Apparently, I can only use your bathroom.
So Grizz, I'm assuming that's your man cave.
Yeah.
Okay. See, now y'all know me. My basement's not done yet, but I'm in the process of doing it. But it's not a man cave. It's a what cave?
Bat cave.
A bat cave.
That's crazy because I was gonna call this the Bat Cave. I was gonna have like a little Gotham wall over here or something, but I completely 86 that idea.
Now it's the Grizz Grotto.
Yeah. I completely was like, nah, I don't feel like getting all the frames, and I'm good.
Hey, yo, I'm good to end this, y'all.
I'm good. I had a blast. I can't wait till next year.
Yeah,
when we get to
same
do it
here.
all over again.
Same man.
Y'all,
Amen.
So y'all want me to keep doing it? Y'all want me to do this shit one more time, at least?
No, not one more time. A lot.
I want to grow old playing your game, dog.
Man,
I'm pretty sure.
I got a goddamn proposal. Soon as this go off,
I'm pretty sure. Every year you're going to add something to the game. I don't see you leaving it the same. You're too creative.
Yeah. That part. We're going to leave it right there. Everybody have a good night. See y'all when I see y'all.
Right.
GG's.
So I'll catch you next.
Hey, look, GG's going to be exchanged and everything. But what I'm going to need you to do is come on out that room. Ass first. Hands touching your motherfucking knees. Because that's the only way you getting out of this shit alive. You sweet bitch.
Not around. Just don't forget who you fucking with when stepping on hollow ground.